Hi guys, welcome to the SavvyMoneyShow with me, your host Sean. Today we're going to be talking about mullen. I no longer have a position in it, so I feel it's okay for me to talk about it now. I will be talking about meat, Kevin, and inflation. Stay tuned. Well, mullen automotive. It looks like this looks quite nice, doesn't it? No wonder it won an award. I'll be looking at the bearish and bullish points. Looks kind of lucid like. Now, it's when you think that it's completely US based and the build back better, you think amazing, and that in their assets they have the factory that they can always leverage. You think, wow. Reports came out that this is why they had the original run up. The reports come out that they will have making progress on a solid state battery that could charge your car up in 18 minutes, and they reckoned that it could do a 600-mile battery. But the problem with this is it's not coming out till 2024. Solid Power will have one out at the end of the year. So it's impressive and it gives value to the stock. So don't get me wrong. But will that value still be there in 2024? We'll have to see. So I'm not getting down on it on that. That is an added bonus, knowing that they have a solid state battery. They're working on it. Now, it has a range estimate of 325, which a year or two ago would have been amazing. Now it seems the normal for new companies, but it's good to have that range, especially with a car that looks like this. Now, they are moving into fleet vans as well, which is a good thing to do. I think there's a lot of people who buy vans or pickups that would buy an EV one, and I think you're only going to have a few companies have a hold on this. Now, this is a company that went from over $20 down to 50 cents. I got in at 70 cents when I was first talking about it as 60 cents, because when I talk about something, I like to let people get into it same time as me. And if you held it until it hit 250, you would have made 360%. Now, I didn't. I stuck to my plan. I took out my initial investment at 100%, and then at 239. And then when it came down again, I repeated it. I'm going to talk about the problems I have here. You have a company, the reason it came down so much is because the board have lied in the past about what they're doing, how they're doing it, how quick they're doing it. They have just taken out an $18 million loan at 28%, and that's before the interest rise. Sorry, I'm having a problem talking. I've been sick lately. So they've 28% interest is huge and unsustainable for a non-profitable company. Hi guys, don't forget to hit that lovely like button and that sexy subscribe button. And if you're missing the videos, don't forget to hit that bell notification. And don't forget to check out the links in the description below. Lots of free links. You'll get a free share worth up to £200 or dollars, depending on which exchange you sign up for. I'll see you back in the video. As you can see here, they have no cash. They have high interest rates on cash they have borrowed. Their total assets are under their current liabilities. You know, their finances are just a mess, and they're not bringing in revenue. And the CEO is experienced in the music business. Seems to me like he's singing a fine tune. You know, it all looks good, but as we know, he's lied to people before, and it hasn't come to fruition. Yes, they can leverage against the factory, but at the 80 million that they get for the factory isn't going to take them far. And the reason they agreed to 28% interest rate is because they couldn't get any lower anywhere else. It's the same as a bridging loan. No one would loan them anything else. I will carry on with my own scenario, which is when it dips, I will pick up a small amount where I've already made profit from this, and keep protecting myself, because long term, unless someone big comes in with a big cash pile, you will see heavy dilution. I've already said it looks like they've done a filing to prepare for it. Now, that was in a previous video. That can be any time in the next year. So don't forget, this is going to be, don't think this is going to be a next Tesla. Anyway, on to the next one. I'm sure you guys have seen this. Meet Kevin coming out. Yes, he made some money, but and good luck to him. But I still don't agree with what he did, selling near the bottom, just because it went a bit further, and he timed it. Because firstly, as a creator, a lot of people will jump out after him, and even if you do time it correctly, you get in that mindset that you can keep doing that. As I said before, the only times I timed the bottom, the only 2 times I timed the bottom was when I thought the market had 20% left to fall, and I didn't care. I just wanted to get in. It's not a game you want to play. It's a very risky game, and they come out and start celebrating like this. I think it's very crass. I never come out and start saying, oh, we've had this runner, we've had those runners. Why? Because if you've had a runner, it means someone's lost money. Because that money going into that stock has had to be pulled from another stock, and someone's lost money. And you don't see any sympathy for those people. Now, I'm not bagging on Meet Kevin. He's a hard-working YouTuber. He puts out loads of videos, loads of good content, but I think and I know he's only been in the market for a couple of years. Before that, it was all real estate videos. I do think he has to look at his responsibility as a creator and to his followers, rather than just looking at his portfolio. Here's a look at US inflation data for the last 20 years. The thing is, I think the rate at which inflation is growing is decreasing. That doesn't mean inflation will be decreasing, but I think the Fed will take credit for it when it's done very little. I think the worry is if it starts getting a bit more hawkish, that of course is deflation, which means that companies will have to start reducing prices, which means then we'll have to look for companies with higher margins so they can absorb that. And it will of course hit their balance sheet, because instead of a company saying getting 50% margin, they'll be getting 30% margin, and so on. It means they can't pay so much for their supplies, so that'll hit their suppliers and so on. But this is something to watch out for over the next year. Anyway, I hope you're all prepared. I like to let you know in advance of these things. People a lot more intelligent than me have spoken about deflation. You've had Cathy Woods, and of course you've had Michael Burry. Yeah, so we should listen to these guys even if they're wrong and make preparations. So we should make sure, whether it's inflation or deflation, that we have profitable companies or companies that have enough cash to outweigh their liabilities at the very minimum, and enough cash to get them to profitable, but ideally profitable companies that are growing. And I'll see you in the next video. If you found any of my videos helpful and you want to help me make more, you can support me by buying me a coffee. The link is in the description below.